Hi, I'm Becky Brune, and this is A Becky in France. My daughter Grace has left, and I had to wait to make this video until I could say that line without choking up. It's not easy to choose a single descriptor for our time together. Grace and I went through all of the usual stresses of international travel, sleep deprivation, and transferring from planes to trains to taxis and jet lag. We also experienced some stress that was specific to this trip. The French toll booths, driving just in general, buying groceries, using the washing machine here at the house, trying to figure out the coffee maker, taking the garbage to the dumpsters, paying for parking, figuring out the mosquito spray in the backyard. The mosquitoes loved Grace, to say nothing of the constant challenge of trying to communicate in French. And besides all of that, we are mother and daughter, and we don't always see eye to eye, very naturally. But for 2 weeks, we were each other's lifelines. And we talked and we laughed a lot, and we supported each other and cheered each other on. And I got to see her experience France and this trip in her own way. Grace is a nature lover, except mosquitoes and spiders. And she loved identifying the birds of this part of France. And she loves trail walking and hiking. And she did a couple of hikes here, walks by herself. She loves games. And on the first night, real night we were here, we played Yahtzee outside as it got dark, so dark that we couldn't see the dice anymore. And that became a regular routine for us. She loves her Washington State IPAs. And she helped me understand what makes them different. And she kept looking while she was here for a beer that was like that. She did find a Belgian beer here that sources its hops from Yakima Valley, which was kind of cool. And I think on her way home in London, on her overnight there, she found a beer that she liked. Grace is great at planning and researching. She was my navigator, and she would know where we were supposed to go, and she was always plotting out, scoping out places to go. She booked a riverboat cruise for us in Bordeaux that was great, and had scoped out lunch places, and that work that she did always paid off. She, much more than I, can sit in a cafe on a cobblestone square and enjoy a coffee and croissant. We dropped little bits of French into our daily conversations and ended up with things like a tête ache, or God knows j'ai besoin d'it, or scramez-vous. And together we negotiated this trip, and I am very grateful that she was with me. One story, on one of her last days here, we drove into Bordeaux for the day, which, by the way, is a really cool old city, very majestic. And on our way, I had to get gas, which I had not done yet. So I pulled into this dusty little gas station that looked like something out of Southwest United States desert. And I kind of braced myself for a learning experience and started to open my door. And a little girl, maybe 8, had come over to my side with her dog, and she was speaking to me in French. I am still having trouble hearing what's being said to me. I just panic and sink, even with a 3rd grader. But Grace could understand her enough to tell me that it was closed, the gas station was closed. So I closed my door and I started the car, and the little girl was kind of gesturing for us not to go forward, for me to not drive. Like maybe she thought her dog was in front of the car, but I could see that the dog was behind her. So I said, your dog's over there. She continued talking, and Grace said, Mom, I think she's saying something's in front of the car. Devant la voiture. And vous, sous la voiture, under the car. And so Grace got out, and there was a baby quail, a little teeny quail underneath our car. Maybe it was a pet. And so the little girl and Grace herded it away. And then Grace jumped back into the car and said, go, hurry, it's coming back. So I drove out of the gas station as quickly and as carefully as I could. I will miss my quail herder, the woman who could figure things out, my Yahtzee opponent, and my dinner partner. So goodbye, Grace. And now I'm launching myself into chapter 2 of A Becky in France. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Bye.